Look. So 6 months ago, this was an uncured leg of pork, or an uncured ham, if you will, and I deboned it, and it's now Speck. I followed the directions of a real smart Italian guy. I'm not even going to try and say his name, but I'll put the link to his video in the description of this video. And I'm not going to try and show you how all the steps that I followed to make it, but I followed his directions fairly closely. I used the spices and salt that he described, and I cured it for 2 weeks. After that, I smoked it over the course of about a week for about 20 hours. It was a cold smoke, and then it's been aging. It's aged for about 6 months. It went from about 11 pounds down, and it's lost about 4 pounds of weight. So it's lost 37% of its weight in total. I've tracked it across the months. And so now it's time to cut into it, because I've been waiting for a long time to do this. So we'll see how it looks. It looks basically like a big piece of beef jerky. Let's see how this knife holds up to it. It takes some cutting, that's for sure. Come on. The rind is pretty tough. There it goes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is that spectacular or what? Oh man, oh man. Holy Toledo. That it looks crazy good. Oh, all right. Unfortunately, my slicer isn't big enough to take it all in one whack, so I'm gonna have to cut it in quarters, and we'll do that. And then I'll put it on the slicer, and we'll see how it turns out. So this is the quarter that I decided to work on. First thing I had to do was take off the rind. This won't go to waste. It'll go in soup or beans or something like that. Make some nice refried beans with it. And this is what my little home slicer was able to do with it. That's how the slices turned out. We'll give it a try. And see through that. And I've got my Kevlar glove on. Can never be too safe. The saltiness comes through first, and the spices, and then the smoke. Not real heavy, it's subtle. I call it a huge success. It's really, really good. So with that said, I gotta get slicing and packaging. I'm gonna package these for later. I'll slice this one up for now and package it all up. And with that said, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Good stuff. Tasty.